Hello guys, this is Alex here from Team Polyswag, and I'm just gonna commentate over this video that I played. It was some good play testing I did for the battle road that we had back a couple days ago now. So I'm playing on the right there. My friend Sean is playing on the left, and I'm playing a Klinklang deck, and he's playing the new Team Plasma deck with a Thunderous, Deoxys, Kyurem, all those guys. And I think actually Chris, one of the other guys on Team Polyswag, was just sitting over by him, and he just gave Sean the deck to play. So as you see, Sean's mulligan there 2 times, didn't get a basic in his starting 7 cards, which means I get to draw an extra card, and that is pretty great for my deck because I'm playing a really just super consistent version of Klinklang. No trick, no anything. It's just 4 heavy balls, 4 Skylas. The more Clinks I get out on turn 1, the better of a chance that I can at least get the Plasma Klinklang out. And I know I'm starting with a Cobalion EX there, and I'm pretty sure there's a Klink on the bench, and I could see the Plasma Klinklang in my hand. So I roll. He probably called heads. So yep, and he's going to go first there. And he's starting with Deoxys. He's got a Thunderous on the bench. Oh, actually, I remember. This is Sean's own deck. He gave, Chris gave him a Darkrai to play earlier, but no, this is Sean's deck. So he's got a Flowstone turn 1. He's going to Juniper away the double colorless, which is great. All he's got to do is attach a lightning energy to that Thunderous. He'll retreat, and he'll use Ride and Knuckle to put the double back on the Lugia. But it looks like he whiffed any sort of a lightning. You play blends, you play prisms in this Plasma deck. And so you have lots of outs, but he just missed it. And anyways, so that face down card that I just played is a Tropical Beach. It's a stadium card, lets you draw until you have 7 cards in your hand. And it's really good for these setup decks because you don't really care about attacking turn 1. You really just want to get out your Clinks, and then you want to get the rare candies, and you want to get your Klinklangs in your hands because you can't do anything with them this turn. Now, the other thing is the Cobalion EX there. The first attack does 30 damage and discards special energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon, which would be really good against most Plasma decks, but you still just would rather use Tropical Beach to draw cards. So I've got a Heavy Ball, so I'm going to get 2 Clinks down on turn 1, which is great. I've just got a really good chance of, well, for one, his deck won't knock out both of them, so I've got a good chance to get out the Klinklang on my next turn. Okay, and I'm probably just gonna beach, yeah. And I Tropical Beach, and I get to draw 2 or 3 cards. 3 cards, it looks like. So Sean's is not in a very good spot. He's gonna catch up a Klink, and he's gonna retreat into this. I don't even think I don't get a Plasma counter, or not a Plasma counter. Oh, I didn't get poison because he's gonna do 30 damage with his active, 10 for each of the Deoxys, and 10 for the Hypnotoxic Laser, the poison in between turns. So he's gonna knock out my 1 Klink, which is why it's so important to get 2 down on your turn when you can. So then he's gonna drop 2 Kyurems, which is his only chance to win this matchup, because I'm 99% sure that he doesn't play any other Pokemon that can attack through the Klinklang. So I bring up this Cobalion just to act as like a little meat shield in the event that he does get to attack next turn, because he can power up that Kyurem. I don't want my Cobalion that has the energy on it to get damaged. I would just rather have the other one get damaged. But anyway, so I cut up his other Kyurem because it makes it even less likely that he can it makes it less likely that he'll be able to do any damage, really. And I play a switch, and I don't really know why I did that. I think, oh, I just wanted to drop another card out of my hand so I could draw more from Tropical Beach. And so he gets rid of my Tropical Beach there, plays his Verbank City Gym, and he's going to Colorless Machine, which lets him get a Plasma Energy out of his deck and attach to one of his Pokemon, which is great because then he still gets to attach an energy for the turn. He'll probably, yep, throw it on the active, and then he can play any of his water type energies to get an attack ready on his turn with without having to use. Well, he gets to use his attachment for the turn, and he gets to use the one from the deck, so that's really good for him. And camera's being stupid. Camera died. It doesn't die. It just decides to stop working in the middle of these games sometimes. But anyways, so he's looking at his hand. He doesn't really know what to do. I don't think. Got a lot of choices. I mean, I see the blend energy there. He'll probably throw that on the active. Do 50 to my active and probably put 30 on the Klink. If he had a catcher and a hypnotoxic laser, then I would be in a lot of trouble because he'd knock out the Klink. And honestly, it'd probably be pretty close to losing right there. Because then I'd only have 2 more in the deck. I don't play Super Rod because I'm not smart, so that's a problem. Oh, I remember what this was. He was sitting there saying like, I'm not sure if it's the right idea to thunderous noise in this situation, which is thunderous the second attack is toss 2 lightning, 2 colorless, and if you have a plasma attached, you discard an energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon, which would set me back a lot because you only get 1 energy attachment per turn with this deck, and you need all of them. That's why you use the Shift Gear Klinklang to keep them in play. Alright, so I got the Red Candy into the Klinklang, and Sean is just like, not good. Not good for him at all. So I'm not sure what I'm doing. Ooh. So that's ugly. So I had to play 1 Rare Candy to evolve into the Klinklang. Oh yeah, and what I did, I discarded a Max Potion instead of playing it, which is just stupid. Not a smart play at all. So there's no reason not to play it when I'm just going to Juniper it away. And so my hand is good enough, I guess, that I just did Cobalian's first attack does 60 damage, or 30 damage, discards a special energy attached to him. But since it's a Plasma Pokemon, it does 10 extra, or no, it does, jeez, I'm not thinking. Kyurem is weak to metal, so it does double damage, and it sets him back a turn because he won't be able to attach another energy and use Blizzard Burn on Kyurem, which in conjunction with those Deoxys would be a knockout. So we've got a Hypnotoxic Laser, which is not very good for me, especially with that Verbank, because that's one of the only ways he's going to be doing damage to me. It looks like he rolled tails after it rolled off the table. And he just passes. Okay. Fine with me. Didn't even get to attach an energy. He looks pretty resigned to the fact that it's not going to be a good game for him. So let's see what I'm going to do. It looks like a switch. Okay. So I guess I'm going to switch into the other Cobalion, the Noble Victories one. I do 20 damage plus 20 for each energy he has attached to him. So 40. And then he's weak, so times 2, so 80. So that's a knockout, yep. And, yep. Just going to take the switch and be conservative instead of maybe trying to evolve into that to the Shift Gear Klinklang. In which case I can move all the energy up to my active Cobalion EX. And I would be able to take a knockout that way. But the scary thing here, you can see he's got the Scramble energy in hand. Or the Scramble switch. And he's going to Scramble switch into this Kyurem. All he needs is another... Ooh. Okay. Well, even so, this is scary because all he needs is any Blend energy or Prism energy. And he's going to take the knockout on my Plasma Klinklang, and he's got it. Yeah, he ripped it. Which, ripping is just, if you take a draw and you hit the card you really need, people will say you ripped it. So anyway, so he's got the knockout there because those Deoxys had a ton of damage. But anyways, the good thing is my Cobalion does 20 for, plus 20 for each one energy attached to him, so I'm going to get the knockout here. And if I can get the Plasma Clang up, then that's going to be huge. So I use Colress. I'm going to shuffle my hand into my deck, draw 8 cards. The problem is, I only have one rare candy left. So I know I have a Klang in the deck. If I can evolve the Klang, next turn he'd need a lot of stuff to knock out my Klang on the bench. But, so anyways, so let's see what we draw. We do have lots of heavy balls in the deck. Oh, there's the rare candy and the plasma Klang. Alright, so that was a good draw. We're going to knock out the Kyurem. I think that's his only attacker. So, that's it's his only non-EX attacker left, so he won't be able to do any damage to me the rest of the game. Except for with Hypnotoxic Lasers, which is not good, because I'm just going to win. I'll switch into the other Cobalion EX, and I'll just do 100 damage every turn, and win in about 4 turns. So he's gonna catch my Plasma Klang. I don't have the Shift Gear Klinklang, and there's no way I can get out the Shift Gear Klinklang. So if I don't have a switch, I'm just gonna have to take 3 turns to attach to my active and just do 70 for the rest of the game. And the laser. So he's got a chance. Because oh, and then the Absol. So with that Absol, actually, he's got another attacker. And it's got a Prism energy on it. He'll do, if I can't get my Klinklang out of the active, then he's just going to knock me out. And I got a Dowsing Machine, discarding some useless cards. I'm going to use a switch, bring up my Cobalion EX, a Skyla, what are you going to grab from Skyla? Probably, yep, Catcher. And then I show him the energy, and I'm going to catch her up his Absol, and he just scoops, because he knows that there's nothing that he can do about it.